sa nangyari nung June 17 sa atin, sinasabi nila, yan na ba ang pinakamalakas nyo at pinakamagaling at pinaka-elite na Navy SEAL ng Pilipinas? Tapos Coast Guard lang pala ng China ang katapat nila. Coast Guard may ini-expose ang ating men in uniform to that kind of situation na pagtatawanan sila sa buong mundo.
Inagawan pa ng armas. Inagawan pa ng armas. May armas pang kinuha daw at saka hiniling na may balik.
Every country wants to survive and take care of itself. Hindi yan makikialam yung ibang country at sasabihin na, nakakaawa ang Pilipinas. Nakita nila sa mga social media yung mga nangyari ng mga footages, is tayo pa ang sinisisi at pinagtatawa na. Pa-in-expose yan sa social media at ng mga mainstream media. Alam mo yon, nakaka-bad trip yung ganyang sitwasyon kasi parang ikaw mismo ang nagdadala sa kahihiyan ng bansa mo.
So, ito nga mga kababayan, bago natin ituloy ang video na ito, kung bago ka lang sa aking YouTube channel baka pwede makahingi ng like at subscribe at click mo na rin ang notification bell para updated ka sa aking nilalabas na bagong video. Salamat po.
Retired General Orlando De Leon. Nabanggit din niya, na-mention niya dito ang AFP Chief of Staff. Sabi niya dito, Mr. Browner has disrespected and insulted the armed forces of the Philippines. This questionable Chief of Staff, by likening the Chinese Coast Guard to pirates, has actually admitted that pirates are better than the most elite unit of the AFP. Ayan. Shut your mouth. It is becoming a national security risk.
Tama siya doon. Bakit? Kasi alam mo ba kung ano ang mga post ng mga iba't ibang country sa nangyari nung June 17 sa atin? Sinasabi nila, yan na ba ang pinakamalakas nyo at pinakamagaling at pinaka-elite na Navy SEAL ng Pilipinas? Tapos Coast Guard lang pala ng China ang katapat nila. Coast Guard, kasi you have to remember, Coast Guard is hindi
civilian,
yan
in nature.
Hindi yan yung hindi pa yan yung Navy nga eh. So ganun ang kaharap. So ibig sabihin pag hinarap mo yan kahit na sinong Navy ng hindi man China or other countries, wala. Ganun ang projection eh. So tama naman siya. Bakit that was embarrassing. Tapos ngayon ang nakakainis pa kasi I was embarrassed as well as a Filipino. Project talaga sa media. Lahat ng mainstream media pinagkakalat na nawalan ng isang kamay ang isa sa mga
daliri lang po. Hinlalaki.
Ito, tama. Hinlalaki.
Oo, yung hinlalaki nga. So why do you have to make it like a big news when in fact dapat nga ang nangyari diyan is black. Kumbaga, let's have let's not put it in media. Okay, let's have a back channel. Tapos wag na nating i-project yan sa media kasi medyo nakakahiya. Ganun to preserve what you call such a thing as morality and moral of the AFP. Because what do you really think? Do you really think the members of the men in uniform will have high moral with this kind of incident? Of course not. You don't do that. You maintain the moral of our men in uniform, AFP, vis-a-vis other countries, army or soldiers or armed forces. Hindi mo ini-expose ang ating men in uniform to that kind of situation na pagtatawanan sila sa buong mundo.
Inagawan pa ng armas. Inagawan pa ng armas. May armas pang kinuha daw at saka hiniling na may balik.
Hindi lang yun ha. Ang armas na kina-confiscate, pati yung mga boats na parang they even negotiated for the Chinese Coast Guard to give them back those boats. Parang anong nangyari sa atin? Parang gano'n. Tapos ipinoject niyo pa sa media yon na para bang anong tingin niyo? Maaawa ang buong mundo sa Pilipinas? Do you really think the world will kawawa naman ang Pilipinas natin, ipaglaban natin sila and let's fight for them? Of course not. That's so stupid, really. Kasi in this world, in the international system, there's no such thing as like that. Every country wants to survive and take care of itself. Hindi yan makikialam yung ibang country at sasabihin na, nakakaawa ang Pilipinas. Bagkos, ang nangyari, if you really look the comments ng mga ibang mga nationalities coming from different countries na naka-witness at nakita nila sa mga social media yung mga nangyari ng mga footages, is tayo pa ang sinisisi at pinagtatawa na. And do you really think it's good for the Philippines? Of course not. I was really irritated and really embarrassed because supposedly you don't do this. You don't expose this kasi ang moral ng mga AFP men in uniform natin, may it be the PNP, may it be the SAP, may it be the Navy, you don't put them in the spotlight na mapapahiya sila. So pero anong ginawa ng media natin, ng mainstream media? Pinagkalat-kalat pa at talaga pang ini-expose pa yung finger na nawala. Kaya nga sabi nila, you lost a finger. One of my colleagues, because I'm attending an international conference on regional comprehensive economic partnership at the moment, even asked me, "Oh, Anna, you lost a finger." I said, "What? What lost a finger you're talking about?" Sabi niya, "You don't know? In South China Sea." Yeah, I so get angry with my colleague, because I'm a Filipino and I don't want to hear that. But that's the reality. Diba? Bakit pa in-expose yan sa social media at ng mga mainstream media? Alam mo yon, nakaka-bad trip yung ganyang sitwasyon kasi parang ikaw mismo ang nagdadala sa kahihiyan ng bansa mo. So ang tanong ko ngayon sa current administration, what would you do? Would you want another higher level of escalation and confrontation in the South China Sea? Diyan sa Ayungin Shoal or kahit sa ang parte ng South China Sea? Or do you want to de-escalate tension? You need to make a choice. If you want to be on diplomacy, then pursue diplomacy. True and true. And then negotiate paano kayo magkakasundo. Ano yung mga rules of engagement dyan sa South China Sea. Ano yung rules and regulation that both sides has to comply. China has to comply, you have to comply. Ang problema, alam mo Admar, ang problema, ni-resend ni BBM ang mga agreements before. May mga agreements dyan na established during the time of Duterte na kaya kang peaceful yung area na yan. May skirmishes na konti pero very manageable. Ni-resend niya. So there's no agreement existing between the two sides when you talk about Ayungin Shoal or even the South China Sea because BBM rescinded it. So ano ang pagbabasihan mo? Alam mo, nakakairita kasi you give China the upper hand to do whatever it wants and to impose whatever it wants in the South China Sea precisely because there's no existing internal agreement or whatever kind of agreement between the two sides. Kasi ni-resend nga niya Diba? Ni-revoke niya. So sa anong pagbabasihan mo? At paano mo sasabihin sa China na you violated something? Between us, we agreed on this but you violated it. No, nothing. Because why? You rescinded it So ano ngayon? So ano sasabihin mo? Kahit magbababla ka ba ng UNCLOS, international law, blah, everything depends on the ground and the ground reality. That's how it is and that's how geopolitics work. So yun ang sinasabi ko. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin tayo nagkakaroon ng maturity. We don't grow up, we are not mature. China is a mature country, we are not. So we need to grow up and become more mature to deal with countries like China. Or else, tayo lagi ang nasa disadvantage. At nakakairita lang ang mga Pilipinong iba na katulad ni Sas na nagsasalita at nag-i-explain ng mga bagay na to for the good of our country, kami pa ang binabash at kini-question kung anong klaseng tao kami. For God's sake, kahit anong gawin nyo, I don't really care kung binabash nyo ako. Basta ako, I stand on what I think is right. Up to you.
Galing. Partner, Prof, itong nangyayari ngayon kasi pag tiningnan mo, Chinese Coast Guard versus Philippine Navy na tayo Hindi ba parang lumalabas tayo na po yung nagpo-provoke ng kaguluhan dyan sa West Philippine Sea?
Baka nga minsan nga, ayoko mang isipin. Alam mo, Bisdak, ayokong isipin pero minsan naiisip ko, yun ba talaga ang gusto nila? To provoke something in there? Yun ba talaga ang plano nila? Kasi bakit ka nagkakanito ng mga operation? That was even a clandestine operation. Akala naman nila, hindi malalaman ng mga Chinese or the Chinese will not act. Of course not. Hindi ganun Parang feeling ko, yun nga ang tanong ko lagi, ano ba to? Plano ba talaga to? Insidente lang? Or yan ba talaga ang plano nila to provoke something? And they probably is thinking na ang mga Amerikano ay mai-invoke nila ang tinatawag mong MDT. My God, you're dreaming. The Americans will not die for the Philippines over rocks. Okay? Over rocks. Kasi rocks yan If you look at UNCLOS, even Ayungin Shoal is not even an issue that UNCLOS can resolve because that is a military issue. Even in the arbitral ruling, UNCLOS is not part of it. Hindi ba nila binabasa yon? Mahirap kasi sa iba, dinidistort nila yung facts. when in fact the facts is already there. You just have to look at it and just accept that that is a fact. So yun ang problema. So ngayon, ang tanong ko nga, ano ba to? Tayo ba talaga ang nag-uudyok ng something dyan? Do you really think the Americans will fight for us? And another thing, even if the American will fight for us, sabihin na natin, sino ba ang ano dito? Sino ba ang anong bansa ba ang madi-destroy or mawawasak? Ang Amerika ba o ang Pilipinas? Yung tanong simple lang eh. Bakit hindi yan maintindihan?